Hello everyone, welcome to the second lecture on module 2. In this video, let us learn how to find the complete solution of non-homogeneous differential equations. In order to write the complete solution of non-homogeneous differential equation, it is necessary to know what is an inverse differential operator and particular integral. As we already know, differential operator is nothing but capital D, which is equal to d by dx. Then 1 by d is called inverse differential operator. Just consider a differential equation of order n, which is represented as d to the power ny plus a1 d to the power n minus 1 y, so on up to a n y is equal to phi of x, where phi of x over here is a function of an independent variable x, or I can also rewrite this differential equation as f of dy is equal to phi of x. Since it is a non-homogeneous differential equation, that means the right hand side of the differential equation over here is non-zero. Okay, so it has two solutions. The first solution is called as an complementary function and the other solution as particular integral. As we are already familiar with the complementary function is nothing but it is the general solution of the corresponding homogeneous differential equation, right? Now particular integral is nothing but it is a solution obtained thereby operating the inverse differential operator 1 by f of d on phi of x. Okay. The particular integral is the solution obtained thereby operating the inverse differential operator 1 by f of d on a function of an independent variable. Then the sum of the complementary function and that of the particular integral is called the complete solution or the general solution of the given non-homogeneous differential equation. Hope it is clear to you. Complete solution of a non-homogeneous differential equation is the sum of the complementary function and that of the particular integral. Type 1. To find the particular integral of the form 1 by f of d acting on e to the power ax. Okay. 1 by f of d e to the power ax will be equal to e to the power ax divided by f of a. That means you have to just replace the operator d by the coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x over here? The coefficient of x is a. Okay, provided your f of a is non-zero. Say suppose if your f of a is 0, in that case 1 by f of d into e to the power ax becomes x into 1 by f dash of d into e to the power ax. Okay. Say suppose if your f of a is 0 over here, in that case you have to multiply an independent variable x and you have to differentiate the denominator f of d, so that you are going to get it as f dash of d, and then 1 by f dash of d will be acting on e to the power ax. Okay, that means you have to replace your operator d by a in this equation. Therefore, the equation becomes 1 by f of d e to the power ax will be equal to x into 1 by f dash of a into e to the power ax, provided your f dash of a is non-zero. Okay. Say suppose if both f of a and f dash of a are 0, in that case 1 by f of d acting on e to the power ax will be equal to x square, okay, x square into 1 by f double dash of d acting on e to the power ax, okay, and then you have to substitute or replace your d by the coefficient of x, that will give you the corresponding particular integral. Let me just explain it with an example. Say suppose if you have to find 1 by d square minus 4d plus 5 acting on e to the power 2x. So the rule says that you have to replace your operator d by the coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x over here? It is 2, right? So replace your d by 2. So wherever you have d, replace it by the coefficient of x. So that it becomes 2 square minus 4 into 2 plus 5 into e to the power 2x. So you have 5 plus 4, 9 minus 8, therefore it is 1. Therefore the particular integral of d square minus 4d plus 5 acting on e to the power 2x is just e to the power 2x. Okay. Consider the second example. Say suppose if they expect you to find 1 by d square minus 4 acting on e to the power 2x. What is the coefficient of x over here? It is 2. You have to replace your d by 2 over here. So it becomes 4 minus 4, right? The denominator terminates to 0 over here, isn't it? So if the denominator is 0, what the rule says? You have to multiply x, okay, and then you have to differentiate the denominator and then substitute your d by the coefficient of x. Okay, that means I have to multiply an independent variable x and I have to differentiate the denominator. What is the differentiation of d square minus 4? It is 2d. So that 1 by 2d will be acting on e to the power 2x. Now replace your d by the coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x over here? It is 2, right? So you have the solution to be x by 4 acting on e to x by 4 into e to the power 2x. Okay. Therefore 1 by d square minus 4 acting on e to the power 2x is equal to x by 4 into e to the power 2x. Hope it is clear to you. Now let us find the complete solution of non-homogeneous differential equation. Here is the first problem, that is d cube plus 2d square plus d of y is equal to e to the power 2x. Okay. They are expecting you to solve the differential equation over here. Solving the differential equation is nothing but getting the complete solution of it. So we know that in the case of non-homogeneous differential equation, the complete solution is the sum of the complementary function and that of the particular integral, right? So let us first find the complementary function, and in order to find the complementary function, consider the corresponding homogeneous equation. So what is the corresponding homogeneous differential equation? The corresponding homogeneous differential equation is d cube plus 2d square plus d of y is equal to 0. Write the auxiliary equation of it. So the corresponding auxiliary equation is d cube plus 2d square plus d is equal to 0, as it is an cubic equation, so that you can find the roots easily using the calculators. I think the calculator shows only two roots over here, that is 0 and minus 1. Since it is an cubic equation, so it should have 3 roots. Okay, that means any one of the root is repeating over here. Now to check which root is repeating, what you have to do? You have to differentiate the auxiliary equation and substitute the corresponding values. So what is the differentiation of d cube plus 2d square plus d? It is 3d square plus 4d plus 1. and this equation will be equal to 0 only when you are substituting the value of d is equal to minus 1. It suggests that minus 1 is the repeated root. So in order to get the repeated root, what you have to do? You have to differentiate the auxiliary equation and substitute the corresponding values. Okay. So what are the roots of the auxiliary equation over here? The roots of the auxiliary equations are 0, minus 1 and minus 1. So write the corresponding complementary function. The corresponding complementary function yc is equal to c1 plus c2 plus c3 x into e to the power minus x. Okay. Now we will find the corresponding particular integral. How to get the particular integral? The particular integral is obtained, okay, thereby operating the inverse differential operator 1 by d cube plus 2d square plus d on e to the power 2x. Okay. Now as it is a particular integral of the type 1, so it says that you have to just replace your d by the coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x over here? The coefficient of x is 2 over here. So replace your d by 2. So it becomes 1 by 2 cube plus 2 into 2 square plus 2 into e to the power 2x, which is equal to e to the power 2x by 18. So the particular integral of the above non-homogeneous differential equation is e to the power 2x by 18. Then the complete solution. The complete solution y is equal to yc plus yp, that is the sum of the complementary function and the particular integral. So just substitute the corresponding complementary function and the particular integral over here. Therefore, the complete solution is equal to c1 plus c2 plus c3x into e to the power minus x plus e to the power 2x by 18. Next problem, that is to solve the differential equation d cube minus 6d square plus 11d minus 6 of y is equal to e to the power 2x plus e to the power minus 2x. So let me find the complete solution of it. So first write the corresponding homogeneous differential equation. The corresponding homogeneous differential equation is d cube minus 6d square plus 11d minus 6 of y is equal to 0. Then the auxiliary equation is given by d cube minus 6d square plus 11d minus 6 is equal to 0. Since it is an cubic equation, so you can get the roots of this equation easily using the calculators. So the roots of the equation are 1, 2 and 3. Observe the roots. Roots are real and distinct. Therefore, the corresponding complementary function is yc is equal to c1 e to the power x plus c2 e to the power 2x plus c3 e to the power 3x. Now let us find the corresponding particular integral. Therefore, the particular integral yp is equal to 1 by d cube minus 6d square plus 11d minus 6 acting on e to the power 2x plus e to the power minus 2x. Let me just separate the terms over here so that I am going to get the equation as 1 by d cube minus 6d square plus 11d minus 6 acting on e to the power 2x plus 1 by d cube minus 6d square plus 11d minus 6 acting on e to the power minus 2x. So in the first case, let me just replace d by the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x over here is 2. And in the second case, let me replace the operator d by the coefficient of x, that is minus 2. So when I am substituting d by 2 in the first term, the denominator terminates to 0. So if the denominator terminates to 0, what the rule says? The rule says that you have to multiply the independent variable x and then you have to do the differentiation of the denominator. So the derivative of the denominator over here is 3d square minus 12d plus 11 acting on e to the power 2x. And the second term, however, it is non-zero. When you are replacing your d by minus 2, you are going to get the value to be minus 60. Okay. Now let me replace d by the coefficient of x, that is 2, so that you are going to get the value as minus 1. Therefore, the particular integral of the above differential equation is minus x into e to the power 2x minus e to the power minus 2x by 60. Therefore, the complete solution of the given differential equation is y is equal to yc plus yp. Just substitute the corresponding complementary function and the particular integral. Okay, that completes the problem. Next problem, that is to find the complete solution of 4d to the power 4 minus 8d cube minus 7d square plus 11d plus 6 of y is equal to e to the power minus 2x plus 3. So write down the corresponding homogeneous differential equation of it, so that the auxiliary equation is 4d to the power 4 minus 8d cube minus 7d square plus 11d plus 6 is equal to 0. Observe the degree of the auxiliary equation over here. Since it is of degree 4, therefore you cannot get the roots of this equation using the calculators, right? So what I have to do is I have to find one root of the auxiliary equation by trial and error method. So just substitute the values of d over here. Say suppose substitute the value of d is equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. At the same time try the negative values also. Say suppose d is equal to minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and so on. See to it whether the equation will be equated to 0 or not. As in this case, d is equal to minus 1. If I substitute d is equal to minus 1, the equation will be equal to 0. Therefore, I can say that minus 1 is the root of the equation. Hence, I can use the synthetic division method over here. So, write down the coefficients of d to the power 4, d cube, d square, d and the constant terms. The coefficient of d to the power 4 is 4 and that of d cube is minus 8, d square is minus 7, d 11 and the constant term is 6. So in the case of synthetic division method, immediately after the first term you have to write 0, 4 plus 0 that is 4, minus 1 into 4 that is minus 4, minus 8 minus 4 minus 12, minus 1 into minus 12 that is 12, minus 7 plus 12 5, minus 1 5 into 5 that is minus 5, 11 minus 5 6, minus 1 into 6 that is minus 6, 6 minus 6 that is 0. That implies the first term is the coefficient of d cube, second term is the coefficient of d square, third term is the coefficient of d and the last term is the constant term. So that you have an cubic equation of the form 4d cube minus 12d square plus 5d plus 6 is equal to 0. Since it is a cubic equation, so that you can get the roots of this equation using calculators. So the roots of this equation are minus 1 by 2, 3 by 2 and 2. So the roots of the auxiliary equation over here are minus 1, minus half, 3 by 2 and 2. Hence the complementary function can be written as yc is equal to c1 e to the power minus x plus c2 e to the power minus half x plus C3 e to the power 3 by 2x and C4 e to the power 2x. Okay. That completes the first part of the question. Now to find the particular integral, operate the inverse differential operator 1 by 4 into d to the power 4 minus 8 d cube minus 7 d square plus 11 d plus 6 on e to the power minus 2x plus 3. Observe that 3 you can write it as 3 into e to the power 0x. Okay, I can express it in terms of exponential over here. Now let me just separate the terms, so that I am going to get yp to be equal to 1 by 4 into d to the power 4 minus 8 d cube minus 7 d square plus 11 d plus 6 acting on e to the power minus 2x plus 1 by 4d4 minus 8d cube minus 7d square plus 11d plus 6 acting on 3 into e to the power 0x. In the first case, you replace the operator d by the coefficient of x, that is minus 2. In the second term, replace your operator d by the coefficient of x. What is the coefficient of x over here? It is 0, right? So that you are going to get the term as e to the power minus 2x by 84 plus 1 by 2, because in the second case you are replacing the operator d by 0, isn't it? So you are going to get the term as 3 by 6. 3 by 6 is nothing but 1 by 2. So this is the particular integral of the given differential equation. Hence the complete solution of the given differential equation is y is equal to yc plus yp. So just substitute yc and yp, that gives the complete solution of the given differential equation. Second type, that is to find the particular integral of the form 1 by f of d acting on cos ax or sin ax. Okay. So the particular integral of cos ax can be obtained as 1 by f of d cos ax is equal to 1 by f of minus a square into cos ax, provided f of minus a square is non-zero. One of the important things that you have to note down in the second type is, you are going to replace d square by minus a square in f of d. Okay, you are not going to replace the operator d as in the case of an exponentials. Okay, in the case of cosine or sine function, you have to replace only d square by minus a square, and this minus sign is outside the square. Okay, in f of d. Say suppose if f of minus a square is equal to 0, then 1 by f of d cos ax will be equal to x into 1 by f dash of minus a square into cos ax. That means you have to multiply an independent variable x and you have to differentiate the denominator. What is the derivative of f of d? F of d's derivative is f dash of d, and in f dash of d you are replacing your d square by minus a square, so that you are going to get it as f dash of minus a square into cos ax, provided your f dash of minus a square is non-zero. If your f dash of minus a square is 0, then instead of x you have x square. X square into 1 by f double dash of minus a square into cos ax. Okay. The same thing holds for sine function also. So let me explain it with an example. First example, that is to find 1 by d square minus 4 acting on cos 2x. Just observe the operator over here. It just consists of the term d square. Okay, the rule says that you have to replace only d square by minus a square. So what is your a over here? A is 2. So I have to replace d square by minus a square, that is nothing but minus 2 square. Minus 2 square is minus 4 minus 4. So minus 4 is minus 1 by 8 into cos 2x. I can write it as minus 1 by 8 into cos 2x. Okay. So 1 by d square minus 4 of cos 2x is minus 1 by 8 into cos 2x. Okay. Second example, say suppose if you have to find 1 by d square minus 2d plus 4 acting on sin x over here. What is the value of a over here? The value of a is 1, isn't it? And the rule says that you have to replace your d square by minus a square. As in this case, you have to replace your d square by minus 1 square, right? I am replacing only d square by minus 1 square and thereby keeping d as it is. Okay, the terms containing d as it is. So you have minus 1 square minus 2d plus 4 acting on sin x. So you have 1 by 4 minus 1 is nothing but 3. Okay, so you have 3 minus 2d acting on sin x. Let me just rationalize it, okay, just by multiplying 3 plus 2d and dividing 3 plus 2d. So what I have 3 plus 2d divided by 3 minus 2d into 3 plus 2d. Just observe the denominator. The denominator is of the form a plus b into a minus b, right? So I can write it as a square minus b square. So I have the equation as 3 plus 2d divided by 9 minus 4d square. Okay. So what the rule says? The rule says that you can replace your d square by minus a square. So here observe the denominator term consists of only d square term, right? So I am going to replace d square by minus a square now, that is minus 1 square. So I have the equation to be 3 plus 2d divided by 9 minus 4 and d square I am replacing it by minus 1 square. So that the equation becomes 3 plus 2d acting on sin x divided by 9 plus 4, that is nothing but 13. What is 3 plus 2d of sin x? It implies 3 into sin x plus 2 into d of sin x. D of sin x implies that it is a differentiation of sin x. What is the derivative of sin x? Derivative of sin x is cos x. So you have 2 cos x by 13. Therefore, 1 by d square minus 2d plus 4 of sin x is equal to 3 sin x plus 2 cos x by 13. Okay, hope it is clear to you. Now let us find the complete solution of the differential equation d square plus 2d plus 3 of y is equal to sin x. Okay. So write the corresponding homogeneous differential equation and the auxiliary equation of it. The auxiliary equation is d square plus 2d plus 3 is equal to 0. Since it is an quadratic equation, so that you can get the roots of this equation using the calculators, and the roots are minus 1 plus or minus root 2i. Therefore, the corresponding complementary function is yc is equal to e to the power minus 1 into x, because the real part over here is minus 1 into c1 cos root 2x plus c2 sin root 2x. Okay. So this is the complementary function of the given differential equation. Now let me obtain the particular integral. The particular integral yp is equal to 1 by d square plus 2d plus 3 acting on sin x. Okay, just observe students, what is the value of a over here? The value of a is 1, right? So just replace your d square by minus a square, as in this case you have to replace your d square by minus 1 square. Okay, minus sign is outside the square, so it becomes minus 1 plus 3. What is minus 1 plus 3? It is plus 2. So you have the equation to be 1 by 2d plus 2 acting on sin x. Okay, 1 by 2d plus 2 acting on sin x. Just take 2 common over here so that it becomes 1 by 2 into d plus 1 acting on sin x. Now let me just multiply and divide by d minus 1 so that the equation reduces to the form 1 by 2 into d minus 1 divided by, what is d plus 1 into d minus 1? It is of the form a plus b into a minus b, right? So that it is a square minus b square, or it is of the form d square minus 1. Okay, so you have d minus 1 divided by d square minus 1 acting on sin x. Okay, but what the rule says, d square is replaced by minus a square, isn't it? The value of a over here is 1. So I am going to replace d square by minus 1 square. Okay, so minus 1 square is minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, that is minus 2 into 2. So it is minus 4. So you have minus 1 by 4 into d minus 1 acting on sin x. So minus 1 by 4 d of sin x. D of sin x implies that it is the differentiation of sin x. Derivative of sin x is cos x minus 1 into sin x is sin x. Okay. So this is the particular integral of the given differential equation. Therefore, the complete solution of the given differential equation is y is equal to the sum of the complementary function and the particular integral. Just substitute the complementary function. The corresponding complementary function is e to the power minus x into c1 cos root 2x plus c2 sin root 2x minus 1 by 4 into cos x minus sin x. Okay. So this is the complete solution of the given differential equation. Next problem, that is to solve the differential equation d square minus 4d plus 3 of y is equal to sin 3x into cos 2x. Okay, let us obtain the complete solution of it. So first write the corresponding homogeneous differential equation and the auxiliary equation of it. So the auxiliary equation over here is d square minus 4d plus 3 is equal to 0. Since it is a quadratic equation, so it has two roots. The roots are 1 and 3. Observe the nature of the roots. The roots are real and they are distinct. Therefore, the complementary function yc is equal to c1 e to the power x plus c2 e to the power 3x. Okay. Now to obtain the particular integral yp is equal to 1 by d square minus 4d plus 3 acting on sin 3x into cos 2x. Just observe over here students, it is a product of two functions over here, right? So I cannot evaluate it directly using type 2. Okay, so what I am going to do is, I am going to express sin 3x into cos 2x as a linear sum of sine. What is sin a cos b? Sin a cos b is nothing but it is half of sin of a plus b plus sin of a minus b, right? So I am going to use it. So sin 3x into cos 2x, I am going to write it as half of sin of a plus b, 3x plus 2x, that is sin 5x, plus sin of a minus b, 3x minus 2x, that is sin x. Okay. Now let me use the operator, or let me reduce this equation in the following form. That is 1 by 2 into 1 by d square minus 4d plus 3 acting on sin 5x plus 1 by d square minus 4d plus 3 acting on sin x. Okay. in the first case, what I have to do? I have to replace d square by minus a square, isn't it? What is your a in this term? A is 5, right? So I have to replace d square by minus 25, and in the second term the value of a is 1, so that I have to replace d square by minus 1 square, that is nothing but minus 1. Okay. So over here, if I replace d square by minus 25 plus 3, it becomes minus 22 minus 4d as it is. So that 1 by minus 4d minus 22 will be acting on sin 5x. And in the second term, if I replace d square by minus 1 plus 3 will be equal to plus 2. So minus 4d as it is. So minus 4d plus 2 acting on sin x. Okay. Now let me just take minus 2 common from the denominator over here. So I have the equation to be 1 by 2d plus 1 acting on sin 5x, and again in the second term I am going to take minus 2 common, so that you have 1 by 2d minus 1 acting on sin x. Okay. And to the above equation over here, let me multiply and divide 2d minus 11, and to the second term let me multiply and divide 2d plus 1. Okay, when I am multiplying and dividing 2d minus 11, the equation reduces to the form 1 by 2 into minus half 2d minus 11. In the denominator you will be having 2d minus 11 into 2d plus 11, right, which is of the form a plus b into a minus b. So it becomes 4d square minus 11 square, that is nothing but 121. Okay, acting on sin 5x minus 1 by 2 into, over here I am multiplying and dividing by 2d plus 1. So the term reduces to the form 2d plus 1 divided by 2d plus 1 into 2d minus 1, that is nothing but 4d square minus 1. Okay, acting on sin x. Now observe the denominator over here, students. What I have to do? I have to replace d square by minus a square, isn't it? That is minus 25, and over here I have to replace d square by minus 1 square. Okay, so that the equation reduces to the form 1 by 2 into minus half into 2d minus 11 divided by 4 into d square is replaced by minus 25 over here, minus 121 into sin 5x minus 1 by 2 into 2d plus 1 divided by 4 into minus 1 square minus 1 into sin x. Just simplify the denominator over here, so that you are going to get it as 1 by 884 into 2d minus 11 acting on sin 5x plus 1 by 20 into 2d plus 1 acting on sin x. Okay, just simplify the denominator over here, so that you are going to get the first term as 1 by 884, and over here you are going to get it as 1 by 20. Now what is 2d of sin 5x? 2 into differentiation of sin 5x. Differentiation of sin 5x is cos 5x into 5, right? But you already have 2 over here, so it becomes 10 cos 5x. Okay, 2 into differentiation of sin 5x is cos 5x into 5, so that it becomes 10 cos 5x minus 11 into sin 5x as it is, plus 1 by 20 2d of sin x. 2d of sin x is nothing but 2 into differentiation of sin x, which is nothing but cos x plus sin x. Okay, so this is the particular integral of the given differential equation. Therefore the complete solution y is equal to the sum of the complementary function and that of the particular integral, isn't it? So just substitute the corresponding yc and yp over here. That gives the complete solution. Hope it is clear to you. Next problem. To solve d cube plus d square minus d minus 1 of y is equal to cos 2x. Okay, so first write the corresponding homogeneous differential equation and that of the auxiliary equation. The auxiliary equation is d cube plus d square minus d minus 1 is equal to 0. As it is a cubic equation, so you can easily get the roots using calculators over here. The roots are minus 1 and 1. The calculator shows only two roots over here. The roots are minus 1 and 1. That means any one of the root is repeating here. Now to check which root is repeating, what you have to do? You have to differentiate this auxiliary equation and substitute the value. So what is the differentiation of the auxiliary equation over here? It is 3d square plus 2d minus 1 and substitute the value d is equal to minus 1. Only when you are substituting the value of d is equal to minus 1, it will satisfy the equation. That means it will be equated to 0. That means minus 1 is the repeated root here. Okay, so what are the roots of the auxiliary equation? The roots of the auxiliary equation are minus 1 and 1. Okay, the roots of the auxiliary equations are minus 1 and 1. So write the complementary function. What is the complementary function? Complementary function yc is equal to c1 e to the power x plus, since minus 1 is repeated 2 times over here, so the next term over here is c2 plus c3x into e to the power minus x. Okay. Next, the particular integral yp is given by yp is equal to 1 by d cube plus d square minus d minus 1 acting on cos 2x. Okay. So let me just simplify the denominator over here. Remember students, when you have cosine or sine function, only thing is you have to replace d square. So let me just simplify the denominator over here. I am just taking d square common from these two terms so that it becomes d square into d plus 1 and minus 1 common from these two terms so that it will be minus 1 into d plus 1. So you have the equation to be 1 by d square minus 1 into d plus 1 acting on cos 2x. Okay. Now replace your d square by minus a square. What is your a? A is 2 here. So replace your d square by minus 2 square. So you have the equation to be 1 by minus 2 square minus 1 into d plus 1 acting on cos 2x. Okay. So what is minus 2 square minus 1? It is minus 5, isn't it? So you have minus 1 by 5 into d plus 1 acting on cos 2x. Okay. Since you have d plus 1 in the denominator over here, let me multiply and divide by d minus 1 in order to rationalize it. So the equation reduces to the form d minus 1 divided by 5 into d plus 1 into d minus 1 into cos 2x. However, the minus sign I have kept it as it is. So just observe the denominator. The denominator is of the form a plus b into a minus b, right? So I can write it as d square minus 1 square, that is 1. But remember that d square can be replaced by minus a square, isn't it? So just replace it. So what you have? Minus of d minus 1 divided by 5 into minus 2 square minus 1 into cos 2x. So minus 2 square minus 1 is minus 5 into 5, it is 25, minus 25. But you have one more minus sign over here, so it becomes plus 25. So the equation reduces to the form d minus 1 into cos 2x divided by 25. So d minus 1 acting on cos 2x. What is that? What is the differentiation of cos 2x? Differentiation of cos 2x is minus sin 2x into 2, okay, and minus 1 into cos 2x is minus cos 2x divided by 25. Therefore, what is the complete solution now? The complete solution is just the sum of the complementary function and that of the particular integral. Just substitute the corresponding complementary function and the particular integral. Okay. Hope it is clear to you. Third type, that is to find the particular integral of the polynomial functions. So just consider a polynomial of degree n which may be represented as phi of x is equal to a naught x to the power n plus a1 x to the power n minus 1 so on up to an, where your a naught, a1, a2 and an are constants. Then to find the particular integral of the polynomial function, it is necessary that the polynomial function phi of x should be written in descending powers of x, okay, and the differential operator f of d should be written in ascending powers of d. Then the division can be performed and the division gets completed without any remainder. In the sense, you have to perform the division until you get the remainder to be 0. Then whatever the quotient so obtained in the process of division will be the particular integral of it. Let me just explain with an example. Say suppose if you have to find the particular integral of 1 by d plus 1 acting on x square plus 2x plus 1. Over here already the polynomial is written in the descending powers of x, isn't it? Now you have to write the operator in the ascending powers of d. Okay, write the operator in the ascending powers of d. So you have 1 by 1 plus d acting on x square plus 2x plus 1. Okay, then perform the division with the divisor 1 plus d and the dividend x square plus 2x plus 1. So what should be the term in the quotient so as to get x square here? The first term in the quotient should be x square, isn't it? So that 1 into x square is x square. D of x square. D of x square is nothing but differentiation of x square, that is 2x. Change the sign so they get cancels and the only term remains is 1. So what should be the next term in the quotient? So as to get the value 1, the next term in the quotient should be plus 1, isn't it? So 1 into 1, that is 1. D of 1, that is differentiation of 1 is 0. Okay. Now change the sign so that the remainder over here is 0. Therefore, the particular integral of x square plus 2x plus 1 is x square plus 1. Okay, the quotient itself is the particular integral over here. Hope it is clear to you. Solve the differential equation y double dash plus 3y dash plus 2y is equal to 12x square. Solving the differential equation is nothing but you have to find the complete solution of it. So let me first write the given differential equation in terms of an differential operator. So the equation is of the form d square plus 3d plus 2 of y is equal to 12x square. So write the corresponding auxiliary equation. The auxiliary equation is d square plus 3d plus 2 is equal to 0 with the roots d is equal to -1 and -2. Since the roots are real and distinct, therefore the corresponding complementary function yc is equal to c1 e to the power minus x plus c2 e to the power minus 2x. Now to obtain the particular integral, yp is equal to 1 by d square plus 3d plus 2 acting on 12x square. Just observe over here students, 12x square is a polynomial and hence it is necessary to write the operator in ascending powers of d. So write the operator over here in the ascending powers of d. So write the constant term first followed by 3d and d square. So 1 by 2 plus 3d plus d square is acting on 12x square. Now perform the division with the divisor 2 plus 3d plus d square. So what is the term in the quotient so as to get the term 12x square? The first term in the quotient should be 6x square, isn't it? So that 2 into 6x square will be equal to 12x square, right? So you got 12x square plus 3 into differentiation of 6x square. What is the differentiation of 6x square? It is 12x. 12x into 3, that is 36x. Okay, plus d square of 6x square. D square of 6x square is nothing but 2 times you have to differentiate 6x square over here. One time when you are differentiating, you are going to get the value to be 12x, and second time when you are differentiating, you are going to get the value to be 12. Okay, now change the sign so that you are going to get the terms as minus 36x minus 12. So what should be the next term in the quotient so as to get minus 36x over here? The term should be minus 18x, isn't it? So minus 18x into 2 is minus 36x. 3 into derivative of minus 18x. What is the differentiation of minus 18x? It is minus 18. Minus 18 into 3 is minus 54. And d square of minus 18x is anyway 0. Okay. So what do you have? Just change the sign. So you have 54 minus 12, that is 42. So now what should be the term in the quotient so as to get the value 42? The term should be 21, isn't it? 21 into 2 is 42, and 3 into differentiation of 21 is anyway 0, and d square of 21 is also 0. So you have just 42. Observe that the remainder over here is 0. Okay, you have to perform the division until you get the remainder to be 0. Then whatever the quotient obtained in the division will be the particular integral of it. Therefore, the particular integral of the differential equation over here is 6x square minus 18x plus 21. Hence, the complete solution of the given differential equation, it is the sum of the complementary function and the particular integral. So just substitute the corresponding complementary function and the particular integral. Okay, that completes the problem. Next problem, that is to find the complete solution of d square plus 2d plus 1 of y is equal to 2x plus x squared. So first write the corresponding homogeneous differential equation and that of the auxiliary equation, and the auxiliary equation over here is d square plus 2d plus 1 is equal to 0. As it is a quadratic equation, the roots over here are minus 1 and minus 1. Okay, calculator shows only one root, but since it is a quadratic equation, that implies that minus 1 is the repeated root. Okay, so the corresponding complementary function over here is yc is equal to c1 plus c2x into e to the power minus x. Okay. Now to find the particular integral, that is to find 1 by d square plus 2d plus 1 acting on 2x plus x squared. Just make a note of it, students. In order to perform the division, it is necessary that the polynomial should be written in decreasing powers of x. Okay, in the descending powers of x. So x square should be written first, followed by 2x, whereas the operator should be written in ascending powers of d. Okay, so the constant term should be written first, followed by 2d and d squared. Then perform the division with the divisor 1 plus 2d plus d square and dividend x square plus 2x. So what is the term in the quotient? So as to get the term x square, the first term in the quotient should be x square, isn't it? So that 1 into x square is x square. 2 into differentiation of x square. What is the derivative of x square? It is 2x. So 2 into 2x, that is 4x, plus d square of x square. What is d square of x square? The first differentiation of x square is 2x and the second differentiation is 2. Okay. Now change the sign so that you are going to get the term as minus 2x minus 2. So what should be the next term in the quotient so as to get the value minus 2x? The term is minus 2x. So 1 into minus 2x, that is minus 2x. 2 into differentiation of minus 2x. 2 into derivative of minus 2x is minus 2. So you have minus 4. Change the sign so that you are going to get the value to be 4 minus 2, that is 2. So the next term in the quotient should be 2 over here. So 1 into 2, that is 2. 2 into differentiation of 2, that is 0, and d square of 2 is also 0. So you have just 2 over here. Change the sign so that the remainder over here is 0. Then the particular integral of the given differential equation over here is x square minus 2x plus 2. Okay. The particular integral is the quotient over here, that is x square minus 2x plus 2. Therefore, the complete solution of the given differential equation, it is the sum of the complementary function and the particular integral. So just substitute the complementary function and the particular integral, that is c1 plus c2x into e to the power minus x plus x square minus 2x plus 2. Okay, that completes the problem. Thank you.